Shalom, shalom, shalom. So, hey guys, it's Easton, the lowly Jew, wild man, and born of a heart of truth. I just wanted to show you something. So, I was coming to plug in this right here, right? And so they actually took this out, the outlet right here. Okay, why did they take the outlet out? Because I had exposed them to the point beyond what they could take, beyond what they can ever go back on. So you have to understand, man. Look, particularly, it's quite funny. They actually changed the outlet, man. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back in the morning and see if they fix the door, okay, the bathroom door, and if they fixed the, I'm serious, I'm gonna be first thing in the morning. If they fix the bathroom door, and if they fix the bathroom door upstairs with the kids. Okay, so pretty much this is a real issue here. These people are extremely racist here, so they don't want to let me into the library, particularly because they lie and say I stink and stuff. But a lot of these people don't even like to take showers. Well, most particularly, I hate to say it, well, it's just facts. Okay, particularly, and it's not all, but the bigger bites, I'll call them bigger bites. They separate themselves from the Caucasians and say that they are a class above, the general whites, right? What they're known as the Caucasoid, saying that anyone that does not side with them in regards to the harassment, and since 2019, really, but since the time I was a 6-year-old boy, really, the reason why I had a 4th grade education, they said that, they're disposable whites and they deserve to be raped, maimed, and killed. Raped, maimed, and killed. So even when it came to me wanting to adopt kids, particularly because I probably, I don't know if I'm ever gonna have kids, but I'm so traumatized in honor of adopting a young white girl and a young white boy. Okay, excuse me, a Canaanite, young Canaanite boy, young Canaanite girl. I'm serious. When I'm in a better position, which is going to take some years for me to rebuild my life, because of people like this, as you can see here. So I come here and charge, look up job opportunities, build my case. They won't let me work, so my job opportunities are through the Lord delivering me through the case. So I still study. Everything that I study, or the fields that I study, are jobs. Okay, windows of opportunity. So I stay sharp and I study. I sit up here all night and I study. So they replaced it, as you saw, particularly the videos. If you skip to this one, it is what it is in regards to everything that's happening to me. Okay. So what they're trying to do, and particularly, is prevent me from having any place to charge my electrical devices, thus rendering me incapable of being able to contact family or being able to fill out applications and jobs, and I just proved it. So based off of all the videos and things of that nature, man, everything that they're saying and stating, they didn't bother me because they said, they knew it wasn't a real problem. This court is, definitely, it's definitely verified or classified outdoors, okay, and it's okay, okay. So pretty much, that's what they did. They put this right here for some time. All right, okay. That's what they did, okay. So they built this, or they removed the electrical cord. Fran did say that I could use it, me it being out here and things of that nature. Then they said I couldn't use it. So I just want to show you particularly what's happening now. So I'm gonna head over to a spot. I'm gonna charge my shit. I'm gonna just keep moving from there. I'm gonna be up all night. But I just think it's funny how racist people can be. Okay. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not a real issue. You know what I'm saying? Even the individuals that I've talked to in regards to me being out here and stuff, they said, you're not causing any problems. Particularly, I've even heard from other Caucasians in the cities that were bigots. And a lot of individuals didn't realize. They said, well, I didn't realize I was such a bigot. I just can't take that nigger. I can't take that nigger like being smarter than us. I just can't take it. He just keeps outsmarting us. It's like I'm not outsmarting him. I'm just following the laws. And they keep violating my laws, and me knowing my laws, I just wave that Constitution right in front of their face, and they look crazy and stupid. Okay? There's no, how do I say this? I don't believe there's any room for not arrogance, but ignorance. Okay, we live in the age of information. Okay, it's not like we are living in a scenario where it's Fahrenheit 451. Okay, particularly, all right, where there's thought police. So there's no room for ignorance in regards to the Constitution, and you violate my rights, But they feign ignorance, because they know they're in deep legal waters, deep legal waters of shit. Okay, forgive me, I'm trying to stop cursing. But I just wanted to show you particularly what's happening here. So they put this here particularly to keep people out. I'm pretty sure they put this here for a time before they start working on it. Okay. All right. What I heard around the city. Okay. Particularly, but I don't catch a lot of things, particularly at times, because all the yelling and screaming and all the threatening and talk about killing me, how everyone wants me dead, and particularly the Caucasians. So you just got to forgive people, just keep moving. So I definitely have to take legal action. Particularly, they also said tonight, they said they'll never let me live it down. They said we're always going to harass you. This is why eventually I'm going to have to move out of Port Huron eventually, but I'm here for a time until I figure out where it's safe for me to go at this point in time. I mean, they put me in a very, very, very detrimental situation because, me being in this situation at this point in time, I walked, takes me, depending on where I walk from, it takes me an hour to get here. My car, sometimes 2 hours, 2 hours and 11 minutes to be exact. So when they do this stuff, I walk all the way down here, can't charge my phone and stuff. If you kick me out of every establishment, okay, because you don't like me studying because you're bigots, and they say, oh, he's smarter than us. Oh my goodness, he keeps figuring shit out. Oh my goodness, hate that nigger kike. Kick him out of every establishment. Okay, so this is what they're trying to do. Okay, so they hate when I pull out this phone and I make these recordings because I have all the evidence. Particularly as they said I have all the evidence. I said I still have a long way to go. Building this case and shit, you know what I'm saying? You can never have enough, according to what my father said, you can never have enough. So guys, hey, I love you guys, my family, forgive me. I just been really busy. So I'm setting this up. Alright? It was no real issue. Jacob seems to be here today. I think he has a call now. I think that's his call. Alright? Like I said, it is what it is. You gotta forgive people, man, but this is what they're doing. There's no real issue here. You're supposed to have outside outlets. According to the NEC, from what I heard, when it comes to libraries. Now, I could be wrong. Okay? But I think it's, in terms of an emergency and things or something like that, I think it's supposed to, I think it's mandatory to have it, and all you electricians out there, you can correct me if I'm wrong, okay? I was going through a lot of shit, so I didn't get the best, experience when it came to going to school for electrical, okay? All right? But usually, every library that I went to, okay, even when I was homeless, there was always outside outlets. So that now they're saying that there's no outside outlets now, or pretty much what they're saying is now by their actions. There's no outside outlets. Isn't that very unintelligent? Imagine if there's something going on where you have to run the electricity from outside. I'm just saying. But like I said, I'm just saying, I think you're supposed to have an outlet, particularly outside. I have to look it up. But it is what it is. Look, the whole point is, I'm not telling the city how to run their things or their shit, but it's the city that does this, and, it's just straight bigotry. They don't like that I'm building this case. I'm about to go to another spot. Okay. There's a few spots that I could charge around here without being bothered. So it is what it is. Now, they might just interfere with those other charging spots and stations. I've seen other people, particularly whites, Canaanites, that sit up there and charge all the time. So they see me charging and they say, I gotta go. I said, well, honestly, I just want to know why. I've seen Caucasians charge here all the time and things of that nature, when it's me, it's an issue here. Just give me a minute. All right, guys, I got to get going. But like I say, man, the whole thing was weatherproof. So when it comes to receptacles in wet locations exposed to weather, must be weather resistant and have a weatherproof in-use cover. This cover provides sealed weather protection even when cords are plugged into the receptacle. So there was no real issue here. Okay, so I don't have an NEC on me, unfortunately, so I cannot find the code, particularly, and I don't have the time. I got to be up all night. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got to eventually contact some lawyers and shit, see what's going on. They're going to get some legal advice. But this is what they're doing. When I go to court in due time, I can just ask an electrician, Michigander, an electrician in Michigan, NEC, National Code, because every state is different, from what I've learned, okay? And ask what is the requirement for librarians, particularly to have courts, particularly. Now, I would say this, forgive me, Lord, and correct me if I'm wrong, and send aid, particularly, but I'm not sure if they're supposed to have a receptacle, okay, particularly outside, okay? I'm not sure, but I can just ask an electrician, okay, particularly. Because look, I'm not an expert on everything, man. I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not a genius of any sort. So it is what it is. Even the librarians make fun of me all the time. Say that nigger kike is not a genius. A few times the janitor made fun of me. Say, you better listen, boy. Jacob, particularly. He said, you better listen, boy. I'll call the cops on you. He said, you better listen, boy. Call the cops on you and stuff. And then he offered me some hot chocolate. I ain't take it though, because I like to spit and shit. Okay, he's a Caucasian brother, Jacob. And Hebrew Yaakov, or Yaakov, particularly. Forgive me my mispronunciation of that for the ancestor of mine. 12 tribes, Yishrael. So I turned him down, although that hot chocolate sounded really good because it was cold in the motherfucker out there. I tell you, it get cold, man. So you just got to forgive people. Okay? So I'm going to go back to school to be an electrician. I would like to, eventually. Go overseas, particularly with it, possibly work abroad or something like that, since they put out a probable APB on me. So they, particularly when it comes to schools and colleges and stuff, saying that we're never going to allow you to get ahead in life, even if you get all the answers on the test right, which I'm not very smart anyway, but say if I study hard enough, I put my best foot forward. The thing is, they said that we're going to fail you anyway, especially if it's one of our boys. We got boys in every nationality, Proud Boys. If we don't get you with all race, we'll get you with the other races, even with your own nigger kike. And I said, okay. All right. So I'm kind of tired to do the voice. I should have did the voice. But this is what they've said all throughout today and throughout the weeks that they've been harassing me so much. And they said, there's no way this nigger kike created an alphabet. Not even just an alphabet, but a few of them to prove how racist we are. And it wasn't really to prove, but it I need to send it to the police. But yeah, I created a few alphabets and shit based off of my culture as a natively bred Spartan Norseman. I did. Particularly for my privacy, because people would steal my journals when I would write things down. Stuff like that. Then I created a digital language as well, so if people got into my phone, they couldn't read my information. So it's a digital language that I created based off of algorithms, numbers, and mathematical equations. Now, I'm no fucking genius, okay? What I'm saying is, it is what it is. Alright? I work hard, I'm tired as hell. I'm just trying to survive, man. But they make it so hard for me. So, I'm going to be on the streets, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, St. Clair fucking County. Hey, to the police station right over there. There's a part of this fucking shit, too. Not all of them, but motherfucker, I tell you what. You got 99.999 fucking percent. Every time I call them motherfuckers, man, them Proud Boys and Proud Girls, man, they always give me a hard time, and they give the police station right over fucking there. Motherfuckers harass me all night, and they be talking shit with them and shit like that. Well, that's our way. We have a lot of pride, and I said, okay. So I look at them as a plea for help, and it's not all of them though. See, they coming out right now. Look at, watch this. I'll be damned if they come over here, say some shit. I say, hey, how you doing, officer? And I'm not an asshole. I mean, see, the thing is, man, these motherfuckers make things so hard, but I'm not the one out here committing crimes and trying to molest kids and shit. But they put all this shit on me to the point where, I'm not having nervous breakdowns, but I call CMH now. And I have all the proof and evidence. So I can show all the evidence to CMH and say, look at what I have to do. Look at the alphabets that I created based off of all their harassment. and to understand such hatred that goes beyond all comprehension and reason, all because, they're sexually inadequate. So, I mean, that's really what it's about. Okay? Alright? So it is what it is, man. Alright, look, I got nothing against them. See, I'm very compliant. Okay, I'm not defiant at all. Okay? Now, I know how to stand up for myself, stand my ground. So, I have to go somewhere else now. So, this is what they're doing. I just want to show you when I go to court. They harass me at every spot, even public areas. They will switch out outlets. The city. Because I got the city too. I got quite a few videos about the city. Particularly harassing me. Alright? And so this is what they'll do. So they came out 3 times one day. Particularly, just to tell me, one of the librarians came out particularly, she was a white woman. She said, oh, this must be his shit. And then I had to pull my phone out and I opened the screen. And you know what's so fucked up, man? Hey, what's up, Jacob? How you doing? Hey, you have a blessed one, brother. You too, man. You too. Hey, you too, brother. But like I say, man, I got nothing against these guys, man. You gotta forgive people, man. That's Jake the Great. But you gotta understand, nothing against these people. They got things they gotta do. I got things I gotta do. Alright? But like I say, man, everyone got a job. Everyone got a place to stay but me, right? Why? You notice Jake the Great, you can hear his voice in the background. His complexion. He got the complexion of a connection, man. Alright? You don't really like me, though. That's okay. I don't have the complexion for the connection, man. Okay? That's okay. I think you should take pride. And I say rather take joy, because pride comes before a fall. There's good pride and bad pride, but I prefer to say joy. I take joy in my culture, knowing who I am. But nor do I say this. I take joy in it, but I do not take pride in the sense of arrogance and and haughtiness to the point where I'm violating someone's civil liberties for 9 years, all throughout America, from the South all the way to the Jim Crow North, antebellum North. It's the whites. It really is the Caucasians, man, the Canaanites, the Bigabites, I say. You got some decent Caucasians out there, but I would say, out of all of my experiences with the Caucasians, man, how much of a percentage, if I were to say all over America where I have been, 95% of my experiences with Caucasians, okay? I might be being too generous, but you gotta understand, I've been on the streets for about, and I'm trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, I've been on the streets for, come 2025, 9 years. This winter would be 3 winners on the streets. 3 winners? 3 fucking winners? 3 winners? All because my dick is allegedly bigger than yours? And it's deeper than that. It's spiritual. The Bible spoke about this when it comes to the Canaanites. Okay? Well, I call them the Bigabites. So it is what it is. I mean, particularly this tribe, Bigabites. Well, the pale faces. I'm Native American. Now, hey, look, I mean no offense to saying that. That's just what I call them. It's better than calling them the C word, the H word. They say a lot of words about me. I call them the pale faces. Or massa. Oppressor. That's what it means in Hebrew. Massa, oppressor. Tribulation. Okay? I would like to say this with this. I got to get going. So, Heavenly Father, give me an understanding of what else I have to do here. So, you got to understand. It's getting real cold out here, man. You think these people give a fuck? They do not give a damn. Okay? All they care about is being exposed. Okay? But like I say, man, you just gotta forgive people. I gotta throw this away. But as you can see, it's for outdoor use. Okay? But see, I came up here ready to study. It's gonna set my shit up. They want me out here particularly. Now, Jacob did say particularly, or they said, particularly, I can stay out here. I just can't charge my shit. And I said, well, damn. Well, isn't it? I mean, look, and then like I say, I'm not a certified electrician. Once I go back to school, I can verify this particularly, or just get an electrician and ask them these questions in regards to court. So, hey, man, look, now, pretty much I have the case when it comes to all the evidence and proof that I have, but you never have enough. You never have enough. Okay? That's pretty much the whole fucking city, guys. Okay? So I just want to say that the reason why, you gotta understand, man, let me tell you something in this motherfucker. If the Caucasians are such decent people here, I work my ass off. With all the evidence that I've built up, I don't sleep much. I work my ass off. I created alphabets, different languages and shit. And you trying to tell me I can't hold down a job? Okay? I write things, poems and shit. I don't have really time to write poems anymore, but I got some talents. You trying to tell me, and I even asked the police force to help me with work, and they said, no, they don't want to help me. Okay? They won't watch me sing. That's okay. God forgive them. They hate when I call them because they got to come out and pretend like they actually care. Alright? But you trying to tell me, these motherfuckers act like animals, savages. You trying to tell me, if you can see me correctly here, you trying to tell me you got all these decent white folks, right? Okay? Right? Caucasians, because it's 95% of them. Okay? This is why I don't believe in living in white spaces, man. Not because I'm a bigot. You gotta understand my frustration here. But I'm not frustrated to a point where I'm talking about mass genocide and mass rapings and molestation of children, and particularly their own children. And for generational, talking about generational rapings, they talk about forcing me to have kids with their nastiest of women. They don't like to take showers and shit. Then they talked about particularly, taking shits and stuff and not taking showers, and then when the toilet water splashing their asshole and shit, making the men eat it and shit, and the men as well, and talking about doing that to me, not brushing their teeth and saying that in their relationships is fine. That's how we do things around here, and they're saying that you're gonna get used to it, nigger, okay, or you're never gonna work again. So this is the issue, and shout out to Facebook, okay. I'm not a bigot, okay? So I just want to say that right now, particularly anything that I post, okay, involves this case, all right? So if there's any issues, particularly with anything I'm posting, you can get in contact with me immediately because it's life and death, okay? All right? So what I'm doing is a life and death situation here. It's life and death, all right? Anything that I post is to assist me in being a productive member of society. And by the way, okay, if there's issues with anything that I post, do you have job opportunities for me, particularly to aid me, help me, or job training to get me off the streets? Just saying. If there's any issues, okay, I'm a reasonable man. You can talk to me. But everything that I post is involved with my safety and my future and the future of my family, or a family that I may never have, but my family that I have, my immediate family, and those who I touch with the message of Yahshua HaMashiach. Okay. All right? My contact information and my number is on my website, okay, particularly on this website, all right, as well as me building this case. Ah, shit. Give me a minute. Damn. Hold on, give me a minute. All right, my battery's dying. All right, so you can, call me, lawyers, whatever. We can talk about this, talk about my future as a productive member of society in America. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get dual citizenship. My shit's dying. Alright, so I gotta get going. I don't know if you can see me, but shit, I'm trying to make sure you can see me. But I gotta get going. Shout out to my father and shit. Hey, thanks for paying my phone bill. I love you, man. Love my family. I'm working my ass off here. I don't know what I want to get into. Okay, I love studying law. I love to work. Love to do a lot of things, particularly. I don't get to sleep, so I really don't like to sleep much. I got too much work I got to do. So when I sleep, I do feel a tad bit guilty. Alright? So it is what it is. They don't let me sleep anyway. So you got my number, particularly Facebook and stuff. So if there's any issues, if there's any issues that you have, you can talk to me. Alright, and it's involving the case. Alright, so particularly I heard that unfortunately there's some individuals, oh shit, that are working particularly to get my stuff removed from Facebook, according to what I've heard. Alright, okay. Alright then, but I gotta get going. Alright, so particularly to prevent them from being exposed in all the misdeeds and the talking and discussion of molestation of children, even their own, excuse me. I'm a bit dizzy. I need to sit down and study. I need to eat. I'm still, okay, particularly doing something at this point in time. I don't want to speak about it. So until I get some nourishment in my body, I'm still doing my thing. But shout out to you, shalom, and mazel tov. Shit, I gotta get going. Shit, my phone dying. I don't got time, It is what it is. Get it done like hot dogs on the bun, son.